1300 matchup, and then for the 1400, we don't have one of those, but we do have one more really cool game here that I want to show you guys. Between Sonia the Superior and Momo, both people that we've already casted games for. The two of them are two of the most active in terms of number of games played in Global League among the highly rated players. So cool. Let's do a quick replay here. All right, so we actually have another Olaf Ditto. But so Olaf Ditto is kind of like a staple of high funds in the old tier 1, but in the new tier 1, I think we're going to be seeing a lot more diversity with the new commanders around. Okay, so let's check it out. Okay, so this map was in a tournament that I was in. I guess it was November of last year. It turns out that APCs have like a pretty good home here. 2 airports, which means that B-copters can be really good. Center port, which can be used to make battleships, but from what I've seen, it's not a great strategy. Like, I see a lot of losing games that try to do that. Yeah, here comes the APC for both players. Like, this APC has already boosted an infantry from here up to here, so to capture this property earlier, which is a really nice move, and it's in range of another infantry. So this APC can boost another time, already paying for itself in money. And then Momo does the same thing. Early anti-air here, I'm interested to see what they're going to use it for. There's a lot of pipes that you can bust, so it's not clear which one they're going to go for first, or if they're going to just deploy it to be used offensively right away. Okay, actually, early B-copter by Sonia, I missed that. Solid B-copter map. These are chokes right here, C here. B-copters can sort of threaten a number of places at once. So yeah, this APC accelerated 1 capture, 2 capture, 3 capture. So yeah, that's like already 6K, and I haven't even counted how many turns they've accelerated this guy's capture and stuff like that. So the APC certainly pays for itself in this map. Looks like Momo's imitated Sonia on the APC build completely. So actually Momo breaks down this pipe seam first. That's pretty interesting. I mean, it certainly shortens the reinforcement path for tanks. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, it actually cuts down tank reinforcement by an entire day, which is really good. But yeah, it's you're losing a lot of early tempo by going for that as opposed to like tanks. Tank harass, I guess. And this APC accelerated this guy who can go this turn and capture here. So another nice move by Sonia. Okay, triple Artie. This is interesting. Already trying to break down this barrier, and then presumably this artillery is for breaking down this barrier. This is a nice one to break down because you can quickly get to your comm tower and defend it with your airport. So B copter harass on that infantry, which is solid. So Momo only has 2 artillery, and they're starting to deploy some tanks and anti-air to their front line. Okay, free anti-air harass. Okay, now we have 4 artillery for Sonia and 1 tank. 2 tanks. 3 tanks, okay. Well, the 4 artillery are a little bit of a mystery to me. We'll sort of see how that works out. I guess 2 artillery break down here. Unless they're breaking down this pipe. No. Oh, okay. This just hasn't been updating its HP. So it's like Momo has a pretty strong force on the left-hand side. 3 B-copters that Sonya can't quite match in terms of anti-air quite yet. Both players, it looks like they're going to get their comm towers without much issue. Oh, and then there's a big attack by Momo here on the lower left. B-copter infantry, kill that infantry. Shot on the tank, hit the tank. And then a shot on the artillery. So there's a anti-air onto a Bopter trade. Okay, and then Momo said that there was a misplay by, like a misclick by him on day 14, on day 13 right now. Okay, gets Winter Fury. We see 2 Momo medium tanks on the left and 1 Sonya medium tank on the bottom. So looks like Momo's going to have the medium tank advantage going into it. Lots of little shots here by Master of Math, doing a little bit of damage. Picking off some units. So it's like both players are taking a step back a little bit. Looks like Sonya's ahead in unit value a bit. Momo's ahead in income by 2k. And looks like they're pretty even on unit count. It snowed there for a second. Hmm. So interestingly enough, neither player has gone for attacks on their opponent's black boats in the upper left and up in lower right corner. Um, I guess the idea is like you don't want to charge group. Sorry, too much power group. You don't want to charge power for free. Although you can wait until your opponent super CO powers and then you can hit him with artillery then. But then that's kind of like having an artillery babysit the black boat until it's time to shoot, which is not ideal. So in the lower left, Sonia has two medium tanks with an artillery backup, sort of attacking in with some anti-air. Momo's medium tanks are a lot weaker. So yeah, it looks like Momo's gonna back off here in the bottom left. Momo still has the 2K income lead. I think that comes from possessing this city, which is kind of crazy. Like you would think that this infantry could capture it after a while, but yeah, actually, Sonia lacking infantry in the lower left here is getting them because he can't capture these cities that he controls. That's like a classic Highlands problem. Um, Trade off too many infantry, and then you can't capture back the cities that you win. So it's important to keep your infantry healthy. Oh, and Sonia bought a battleship a couple turns ago. I missed that. It's like a bit of a big attack here um, by Momo in order to activate Winter's Fury. And this is a really big vehicle attack. A lot of vehicles got involved in smacking tanks around. Sonya will reply with Super CO power, but the issue is that he's just lacking the tanks in the center to really punch back at them. You know, another thing too, like I was saying about keeping infantry healthy for captures and decaptures. In the Olaf mirror, you're going to have so many infantry at 8 HP from Winter Furies that it can be hard to do. So I guess in that sense, it's like extra important to keep an income advantage while playing as Olaf in the mid game versus Olaf. Okay, so this is the benefit of Super CO powering first, which Momo did, which is that while your opponent is in cooldown for their charge, Momo already has 3 bars charged. So as we're going to see, Sonya is about to trade back and continue the brawl, but it means that Winter Fury is on the way once again. So yeah, this is like there's a lot of damage being dealt, and it looks like yeah, just looking at army value alone, it looks like Momo is slightly ahead, still has the 2K income lead, and is up 5 units at the beginning of their turn. That's like a pretty good initial. Um, it's a good look for sure. Here comes Winter Fury, and Sonya is. I don't think is going to get Winter Fury immediately to respond. Well, I could be wrong. Yeah, Sonya is yeah, 2.5 bars away. Okay, and then he resigns there. Yeah, so this is like, I think the couple of takeaways there. I guess the one thing you learned is that taking an income advantage in the mid game in the Olaf Ditto is pretty good because your opponent's um, infantry are going to get damaged a lot, so it's harder for them to recap things that you capture that don't belong to you. We also learned that it's important to keep infantry around so that you can capture properties that belong to you by territory. Let's see, and then the other thing is actually getting the bar charged first by Momo meant that he went first for the next pair and the pair after that of Winter Furies. So I guess getting first Super CO power can mean can be like an advantage that you hold for the rest of the game if you play it right. So yeah. All right, so that's all the analysis for today. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.